All right, 24 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. And we have a really nicely done book. It's called The ABCs of Yoga for Kids. It's written by our guest, Teresa Ann Power, and it's nicely illustrated. It looks like the illustrations are done by Kathleen Reitz. And each letter of the alphabet is used to teach children how to do some simple yoga moves, which is awesome. I don't know anything about yoga. Do you?
No. I just know Om, and you try to cross your legs in that, position. That's what I hear.
Teresa Ann Power. Good morning, Teresa.
Good morning, Larry.
Are you a yoga teacher?
I am a yoga teacher and a yoga practitioner. I've practiced yoga actually for 25 years.
Is that right? And are you about 25 yourself?
Oh, I'm 25. Yes, I started when I was born.
Are you a mom?
I am a mother too. I have 2 teenage children, and they practice yoga as well. I have a 15-year-old boy and a almost 17-year-old girl.
What does yoga do for a person?
All right, for a person, yoga, it builds balance and flexibility. It increases your coordination and strength. And also an added benefit of yoga as opposed to other kinds of exercises is it tones your internal glands and organs. When you're twisting in a pose across your body, you're really flushing out, like, for instance, your kidney or spleen. And when you release it, all this fresh blood and oxygen is going to flow to your different organs. So that's a real big benefit that other types of exercise do not.
Oh, wow. I've never heard that before, and that makes a lot of sense to me. You know, I actually do one of the yoga positions. I'm looking at the letter D, and there's something called the do-nothing pose.
Oh, yes. That's a good one.
I do yoga. I didn't realize it, but I do yoga.
And actually, that's one of the benefits of yoga because it promotes calmness and eases stress. So in that do-nothing pose, that's what you're doing.
Oh, I like that.
Children are going to learn from this because it's fun, and then they're going to benefit from it because of the things you just explained to us. I'm guessing some parents will take a sneak peek and learn about yoga with this as well, like I'm doing.
Oh, they will. Some parents already do yoga, and the ones that don't actually learn from the book and will sit along with their child and do it. The reason why I wrote this book the way I did is because it's very user-friendly for adults and for children.
And when you try to teach this to the children, we imagine it's in an extremely fun way.
Oh, yes, definitely. It has to be because I teach mainly 3 to 8-year-olds, although I teach adults as well. But my focus has been 3 to 8-year-olds, and you have to make it fun at that age. That's why the book is so fun. Otherwise, kids lose interest, and they won't even want to do it at all. So you cannot make it boring. You can't sit there, like you said at the beginning, and tell them to chant Om or something. They won't go for it. It's more an active, fun way to do yoga that they don't even realize the benefits that they're getting from it.
Playing telephone with your foot, holding your foot up to your ear. I'm going to see if I can try this later on.
Me too.
I don't know if I'll pull that one off.
Try it now.
It's not working.
I had to take a look to see if you're actually doing it.
I don't mislead the audience.
No.
I'm always truthful with them.
Well, so now I love what you're showing. Now, when you get somebody new to yoga, whether I'm guessing adults would have a flexibility issue that needed to be overcome, and children probably don't have as much of that, or am I wrong about that?
You are right, that most of the time children are much more flexible than adults, and that's why I like to work with them earlier. But even if an adult, in my adult classes, if an adult's not flexible, everyone does not want to try yoga because they think they have to be a pretzel to do it, but that's not true. Anyone can do it. You can do a modified version. For instance, in the tree pose, if you look under T, you're standing on one leg and bringing one foot up inside your thigh. You don't have to do that perfectly. Your leg doesn't have to be straight. You can still get the same benefits if your leg's bent.
And I love the fact that you have taken the letters of the alphabet and used them in a fun way to illustrate for the children. And you're illustrating with your words and with your choice of names, I guess, for the poses, as well as the pictures are actually real illustrations, I guess is what I want to say, in addition to your word illustrations. For example, lion. Kneel on your shins. Oh, you've made it rhyme. I didn't realize that till just now. I kneel on my shins, she writes. I kneel on my shins with my chest on my thighs, getting ready to spring forward. I look to the sky. I give a mighty roar on the count of 3. The new king of the jungle. Yes, a lion. That's me. Wow, I didn't even realize.
Oh, awesome.
Nice. And so the little boy in the illustration is, on the ground like he's a lion, which is awesome.
And what also is really great about your book is that parents that have children with special needs can use these on their children. We know of a family that has a special needs child that needs help with the motor skills. Her legs are like spaghetti, but they actually do the exercises handling the legs for her, trying to move them back and forth and up and down, and this is an excellent book for that also.
And that's interesting you mentioned that, because actually I do work at a center for special needs, and I've been doing workshops for parents and incorporating the yoga for them as well. So this is a perfect book for that, because yoga actually strengthens both children's fine and gross motor coordination.
We have the challenge with something very visual like this is that this is radio. Do you have a website where people can get a look at the book?
I do, Larry. It's www.abcyogaforkids.com.
Okay, excellent. abcyogaforkids.com. And I do have a copy of the book. I'd like to give it away to one person who called in to say they would like it. Teresa Ann Power, is the book in the bookstores?
Yes, it is. It's going to be in Barnes & Nobles in October, and it is on Amazon as well.
And what works really well about this book, it is so colorfully illustrated, and this is a wonderful opportunity for older siblings to hone their reading skills. For their younger siblings, they can read the instructions out loud or the funny rhymes that you have, and they can just do it together and have that bonding experience.
That's true. That is very true. It's a great thing for them to do.
The listeners are probably noticing a little bit of a delay. There's a delay between the West Coast and us.
Yeah.
Which happens now and then.
She's up before the birds.
Good morning. Would you like this book?
Yes, my girls are all excited.
All right. Well, you're going to love it. It's the ABCs of Yoga for Kids. This is Beth, right?
Yes.
All right, Beth. I'll leave it on Jackie's desk for you, okay?
You know, Sarah was putting her leg up and doing the telephone thing in her booster seat.
Oh, excellent.
I can do it. She says. She did.
Yeah, well, tell her Robin couldn't do it.
Yeah.
and Mama sure can't do it.
All right, we'll leave it. It'll be on Jackie's desk for you, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Teresa, what a great book you've made. Thank you so much for coming on the air to share it with us today.
Oh, great. Well, thank you, Larry and Robin. I really appreciate it.
And again, the website is abcyogaforkids.com, and the book is the ABCs of Yoga for Kids. Go to Barnes & Noble, and it won an award, by the way. There's a sticker on here that says it won the Living Now Books for Better Living Award. All right, excellent. Congratulations on that. Teresa, thank you for being with us today.
Okay, thank you, Larry.
We'll take a little break and be right back.